go to the FCA camp, and I get on this Giants ladder, this obstacle course. And up to this point, like I said, I grew up in the church, and I'm given the opportunity to be athletic and to win something without having to run. Right. It was this vertical obstacle course they had at William Jewell College, and I think it's still there. And when I say vertical obstacle course, it's like balance beams, Giants ladders, hanging thing. Like it was like the modern. It was like at that time, it was a Ninja Warrior course. I got you. That makes sense. That's the best way. It was like 5 stories high. You were vertical. Right. Me and another kid named John. I believe his name was John. John Thompson. We decided that we wanted to go into the Hall of Fame with this course somehow, some way. But we're only 16, 17 years old. Right. We can't beat adults. No doubt. And so it's like we got to come up with a combination nobody's ever done before. So we decided to blindfold ourselves. Oh. And bound ourselves together. So we have a 6-foot slack of a bungee between us, and we're blindfolded. All we gotta do is finish.
I was about to say, that's true. That's true.
Nobody about to go do that.
Did you
so
finish it? Hey.
We did. We in this Giants. I mean, we went up there, and it was the first time I've ever not been distracted. See, I had ADHD untreated and growing up, and it wasn't until college that I actually was like aware enough to like, okay, sitting into a lecture of 500 plus people will definitely bring to light if you have ADD.
Right.
Like,
True.
My brain was like overload. It's not a discussion. I can't raise my hand. I gotta listen. But we decided to do this, and I'm blindfolded. I didn't even know the name of the kid that was holding my bungee, like the Blair on the ground that was holding my cord just in case I fell. I didn't even know their name. And the spirit was clear in my consciousness. It was like, how dare you? How dare you? How you don't even know their name, and yet you give them your life. Right. And that was the first time it made sense when it says, faith is what is not seen, for the things that are seen are temporary, the things that are unseen are eternal. God is so eternal and so vast that we only can see him in the magnitude of his creation, of the mountains, in the highest point of the earth, the lowest point of the valley, and like in the fact that we don't know what's in the ocean. Like we don't know what's in there. We can discover something. He hasn't revealed it to us. And so to think about that in that instance, the higher I went, now it was some crazy obstacles. We were balance beams, we were blindfolded, listening to people tell us, ordering our steps, telling us where to stand, where to step, where to reach, where to jump, where to hang. This is things that God should have to be able to have access to do for us sometimes in our life. Because he didn't ask to control us. He gave us free will. That's what makes us just like him. It's free will. We choose bad things, right? That cause a domino effect of catastrophic events that we want to blame. But we can't control everything, but a lot of things are just the evolution of the earth too, though. And the greatest part about that is the higher I got, the lighter the weight of my shoulders came off. It was revealed to me that I play a sport where I have faith in these strangers not to take cheap shots, not to hurt me, not to try to take me out. And yet I pray with empty words because I don't really have faith in who I'm praying to, because I question if you can really help when you've proven it to me so many times.
Sure.
And
over and over again, yeah.
Over and over again. And so then I get to the top, I'm like in joyful tears of both we conquered it and we get a name in Hall of Fame, and I just heard God for the first time. Like it's like, yes. Now this FCA camp is like 300 some students praising God, praising worship. I go to the testimony that night. I'm trembling with tears, trying to talk to my peers and telling them how much God means to me, and that I don't care where I go after this, I'm gonna be a witness for him. Right. And the reality of, I left FCA camp at noon. KU called my mother at 11:30 or sometime right before that and offered a full ride to her. Wow. Now this is after I prayed that, God, wherever you send me, I don't care if I go to college for football or not, but whatever I do decide to do, I want to do it with you.